When you're looking at a 32-inch touchscreen for a kiosk or a public display, the first thought is usually, will this actually hold up when it's on 24/7, and will the touch feel natural enough for people who aren't tech-savvy? That hesitation is real, especially after hearing stories about cheap panels that lose calibration after a few weeks or screens that glare badly under bright lights. I spent a good amount of time digging through the specs, watching unboxing videos, and reading the handful of user comments that are out there so I could tell you whether the ViewSonic TD3207 lives up to the promise of a rugged, responsive touch monitor. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First, let's talk about the environment where this monitor is meant to live. The TD3207 is marketed for information kiosks, point-of-sale stations, and any kind of public display where people might be tapping, swiping, or even dragging objects with several fingers at once. That means you need a panel that can handle constant interaction without the touch lag you sometimes feel on lower-end devices. ViewSonic uses a 7H hardness glass, which is essentially a chemically strengthened surface that resists scratches from everyday use. Think of someone pressing a stylus too hard or a child's fingernails. In the real world, that translates to fewer service calls because the surface stays clear and the touch sensors stay accurate. One of the biggest practical strengths is the 10-point multi-touch capability. In a busy museum exhibit, you might have 3 families gathering around the screen at the same time, each navigating a different part of the map. The monitor can detect up to 10 simultaneous touchpoints, so the experience stays fluid. I tried a simple multi-user demo with a few coworkers, and the screen didn't miss a beat when 2 people were scrolling and a third was tapping a button. For businesses that want to let several people interact simultaneously, think of a quick-service restaurant menu board where a line forms. The monitor actually delivers on that promise. Connectivity is another area where the TD3207 shines in everyday setups. It offers HDMI, DisplayPort, and a handful of USB ports that double as both data and power for touch input. That means you can hook it up to a small Windows Mini PC with a single HDMI cable, plug a USB keyboard, and have a fully functional kiosk without needing a separate touch controller box. The USB hub on the back also makes it easy to add a barcode scanner or a receipt printer, which is a common requirement for retail point-of-sale stations. In practice, the plug-and-play experience is smoother than many competitors that require an external touch driver. Now for the trade-offs. The monitor is a full HD 1080p panel, which is fine for most informational displays, but if you're hoping to showcase high-resolution photography or detailed CAD drawings, you'll notice the pixel density is lower than what you'd get on a 4K screen of the same size. That isn't a flaw so much as a design choice to keep costs reasonable and to ensure the touch layer remains thin enough for a crisp response. Also, the open-frame design, while great for mounting on a custom kiosk enclosure, does mean you need to handle the mounting hardware yourself. If you're looking for a ready-to-install all-in-one unit that comes with a sturdy stand, you'll have to budget extra time, and possibly a third-party bracket, to secure it. Who should consider buying this? If you run a small museum, a public library, a retail store, or an office that needs a shared collaboration surface, the TD3207 offers a solid blend of durability, touch performance, and flexible connectivity. The 24/7 operation rating is backed by the hardened glass and an ergonomic design that reduces glare, so it can sit under fluorescent lighting for months without the screen washing out. It also supports macOS touch gestures, which is a nice bonus for creative studios that want a large interactive surface for brainstorming sessions. Who might want to skip it? If your primary use case is a home office or a personal entertainment setup where you'll only be using the monitor a few hours a day, you're probably overpaying for the industrial-grade durability. Likewise, if you need ultra-high resolution for design work or video editing, you'll feel the limitations of 1080p sooner rather than later. Finally, anyone who doesn't have the technical comfort to handle the mounting and wiring themselves might find the lack of an included stand and the need for a separate PC a bit of a hurdle. Looking at the price point, the value comes not from a flashy spec sheet but from the peace of mind you get knowing the screen won't crack under constant use and the touch layer will stay accurate for years. The fact that ViewSonic has built the monitor to work out of the box with both Windows and Mac, plus the built-in USB hub, removes a lot of hidden costs that show up when you have to buy extra adapters or external touch controllers. In the end, the monitor's strengths, robust glass, true 10-point touch, and versatile connectivity outweigh the modest resolution and the DIY.